they're just, being teenage kids is almost a blessing because they just, not that they don't grasp what's going on, but it's just their passion and their love is basketball. That's what they want to focus on.
So Tuesday morning, you're just in Florida visiting somebody, or
Well, I was down there recruiting, and I'm sitting in the airport.
Sitting in the airport in Orlando?
Yeah, sitting in the airport waiting to get on a plane. And I was actually going to go somewhere else in Florida to recruit later that afternoon. And I'm sitting there looking at my phone, and all of a sudden it's all over the place. And so I'm trying to communicate with people back here, what's going on, and I'm trying to get a flight. And my bag didn't get off the right plane, so I got to try to find my bag. I mean, it was an interesting day.
Changed your flight to come back to Louisville?
Yeah, because like I said, I wasn't supposed to come back until later in the week. And then obviously with this going on, I said, well, I think it might be a good idea for me to get back there. So.
Did it seem surreal to you at that point?
It did. To be honest, I don't even know if this whole thing is still set in. I actually, I'm not a huge social media person. I'll follow it just based on recruiting and stuff. You almost have to, but I've tried to stay away from it just because I can't get caught up in reading what people are saying, what they think might happen, the speculation, and so on and so forth. But it's finally seems like each day we get a little bit more back to normal, and hopefully tomorrow's better, and the next day's better than today.
Is there any chance your dad would come in and help you?
No, I wouldn't ask him to do that.
He's in San Diego.
Yeah, I wouldn't ask him to move from San Diego. But he's obviously a very big basketball influence in my life. I talk to him after every game, and that won't change. But at the same time, he understands the dynamic because he played for his dad, who was a coach, and so it's not a situation where he's going to pick up the phone and call me and tell me, here's what you got to do. You got to do this, this, and this. He's just going to be supportive, and he's going to be a dad before a basketball coach.
David, Coach has always had his staff set up to where the video guy is a guy that's getting ready to move on, the ops guy, because you were that, the guys, are those guys able to help? I mean, are they there for you?
Oh, yeah, no, it's kind of an all hands on deck the last couple of days. Now, obviously, we haven't had a lot of basketball workouts or anything to focus on, so there hasn't been much to do in that regard, but like I was telling Rick, there was just a lot of uncertainty for a couple of days. We didn't know what was going to happen, but we were just we all get along really well in the office, and I think that's a good thing, just because we were able to make each other laugh once in a while and just kind of see where the pieces fall.
When do you think it'll hit you?
I don't know if it will. It'll hit me at some time. I mean, maybe first time I walk out there and the place is full, and I'm saying, well, this is my show now, but just got to take it one day at a time.
You're a big acting head coach now at a big program, but is there any happiness in it?
There's happiness from the standpoint of we know now. It's just been a lot of speculation the last couple of days. I'm excited about the challenge. I know it's going to be extremely tough. I'm going to need a lot of help and support from people in the basketball world, from people outside the basketball world. But it's, again, like I said, I wish it was under different circumstances, but it is what it is. So we just got to make the most of it.
You're a big game plan scouting guy. I mean, you've done some of the things like that, right? Like last year, how much scouting and how many scouts did you do?
Oh, I did a lot last year. It seemed like every game I had was the toughest team on our schedule. But, we won't change a ton in that regard. I'm a big believer in preparation, and so we got to continue to do that. And again, look, with the exception of maybe our 4 new freshmen, most of the guys are familiar. VJ's familiar, Ray's familiar, Q, Honest, Dang, they're all familiar with what we do. Even Dwayne Sutton, who sat out last year, he knows what we do. So I'm not going to come in and expect them to learn a bunch of new stuff. So there's going to be a lot of carryover, but there's also, I'm not going to pretend to be Coach Pitino. That's not my personality, and I'm just going to coach these kids the best way I see fit and try to get the most out of them.
Have any of them talked to you about leaving, or has that even come up at all?
I didn't have one kid talk to me about leaving. First thing I did Wednesday afternoon was call every single one of their parents, talk to them, and tell them. I said, look, I'm calling to give you an update, but my update is that I don't have an update. So we are where we are. But I at least wanted to reach out to them, but no, nobody ever came to me with the idea of. They would ask what's going to happen. I said, I don't know. And they threw their support behind me, but they never came and said, I want to go somewhere else.
Did you talk to the team today once this was official, and what was that like?
Yeah, I did. We just met for 5 minutes in the film room. They were getting ready to do more conditioning stuff, and it was kind of funny because I guess maybe I just assumed they kind of knew this was the direction it was going to head, just because it was so out there. I mean, even last night, people were texting me, asking me what was going on. Obviously, I never replied, but I'm 30 seconds into speaking, and all of a sudden I look over and Dangendale has the most confused look on his face, and he raises his hand and he goes, wait, are you the coach? And the whole room just started dying laughing. But he was dead serious. I go, have you lived in a barn for the last 3 days? What is going on here? But they seemed excited, and they everybody came up to me afterwards and gave me a big hug, and it was good to see.
Did they tell you they were going to go to the president on your behalf?
No, I mean they all came to me and said, you know, what's going to happen? I said, I don't know. They said, what can we do? I said, I don't know. I mean, you know, we didn't have many answers for them, and you know, I felt like they supported me. I feel like I have a really good relationship with all the players, and I want what's best for them. And you know, the fact that they supported me, you know, it makes me feel really good. It reiterates why I'm in this business.
How good can you guys be on the field?
I think we have a chance to be very good. You know, we have athletes, we have talent, we have experience. You know, we're young at spots with the new freshmen, but it's a hard-working group. It's a group that's willing to learn, and there's going to be a lot of learning. But they work. You know, they're obsessed with being in the gym. They're always in the gym 24 hours a day, and they want to be good. So that's the most important thing.
Is there any way that you can assure people that you didn't know that anything was going on with the Adidas or recruits bribes?
Look, all I can say is if Dr. Postal had any concerns about that whatsoever, I don't feel like I would be standing here. You know, and that whole process is just going to have to work itself out. You know, someone might need to talk to me at some point, you know, but we got to take it one day at a time.
How do you feel about moving into Coach Pitino's office?
I don't know if I'm going to yet. That scares me. And as you guys know, they changed the locks the other day, so nobody can get in there right now anyways.
Have you thought at all about practice Sunday? Will you be the only coach?
Again, that's something I'm trying to figure out. I hope to have an answer tomorrow. It's such a fluid situation with so many moving parts that the next big step obviously is we got to get an interim athletic director, because that person can kind of take charge and tell me what I can and can't do.
Steve, you know, in talking about that, what's it like for you to have somebody like Kenny to lean on? Will you lean on Kenny more than maybe most guys would?
Oh yeah, no, I mean Kenny's been here longer than anybody, and he cares about this program, this university, and he's always got great advice. So I already told him this today. I said, look, I'm going to bother the crap out of you for the next 7 months, and he goes, no, that's what I want. So.
Have you talked to Luke Hancock about helping coach?
I have not gotten any specifics about that yet, just because I'm not sure what I can do yet. You know, I wish I had answers for that, but right now I don't have a definitive answer on certain staff positions.
When did Greg Postal officially tell you that?
Earlier this afternoon, he called me over to his office for the second time. Yesterday I was over there, and he kind of just said, if you want to do this, the job's yours. And I told him how excited I was and how honored I was, and we're looking forward to the challenge. We know it's going to be a challenge, but we're like I said, we're anxious to get back to work.
So this afternoon in his office?
Yes.